Hi, everybody. Welcome to this hopefully very short tutorial on how to use your summer course on Blackboard. So what I'm going to do, I'm in student preview mode. So this is what you should see when you open up the course today. And I'm just going to go through and kind of show you where everything is. It's pretty simple, the layout. If you just go through each module and click on every link that you see, you'll complete everything that you need for the course, but I still want to give you that overview. Of course, if this is your first Blackboard course at UAPTC, you'll probably want to look over the Blackboard tutorial, which can give you some more details and help you with all of your classes with that general information. You'll see up here, these are handy little ways to jump through different elements of the course. You can see what's due, discussion posts that you'll have throughout the semester. There's no announcements, which you will have an announcement by the time you open this class, but it's not posted yet. You have a course calendar that can tell you some handy dates. And then the most important page, which should open for you first, is the content page. And you can click on course information to get some really important information that you'll need. You have your syllabus here and your course schedule. You'll want to download and maybe even print those for your information. You can look up information about me as a faculty member through the Faculty Information tab. I have a video here you can watch to learn a little bit more about me if that's something you would like to do. And as you complete things, you'll see these little buttons here will show you that you've opened something or that you've opened and scrolled all the way down and viewed everything. Another option to click through modules is to go to this next button. The next button will take you to the next page in the module, and that way you know you're not missing any information. And so here's your syllabus for the semester. This is going to lay out all the important dates and information that you need. You are required to read through this syllabus and agree to the terms. So definitely read through it, check out the modules. A summer course is really intense. It combines about 16 weeks worth of work into 5 weeks. So you'll definitely want to review this and make sure you know what assignments must be graded in order to complete the module. And then you'll have additional learning activities that are there to support those graded assignments. So again, you can just click through if you want, or if you want to go back, the X button here, and you're back to that page. And it shows you that you've opened both of these things. Your required materials, your textbook is included in the course, and with the fees of the course, this makes it a lot less expensive of a textbook. And the convenience is that you basically open the Blackboard and you're going to have access to your book. You don't have to go out to the bookstore and purchase a book. However, if you would like to have a hard copy of the book, there are some details in the syllabus on how to achieve that. So we can do that instead. But you've already paid for the online book, which is great. Now you can go through this and see the course description, the course learning outcomes. You'll want to complete your course agreement form that is listed under course information as well. That's really important. You get 2 points of extra credit for completing that agreement form, the easiest extra credit you'll ever receive. There's also some really helpful links. If you've never taken a Blackboard course, you can click right here and find some information about Blackboard and watch some videos on how to use Blackboard. The technology recommendations for students are also really helpful. If you're running into any issues with things not loading or assignments not popping up properly or assignments not submitting well or your pages look funky, it might be due to the fact that your technology isn't up to date enough or the correct technology that you need for this particular course. So please check over that to make sure that you have everything that you need within your computer. You need to be able to make PowerPoints, use Word documents, both read them and write on them. You need to be able to access YouTube, and you need a reliable internet connection. Although we do have internet on campus if your personal internet ever fails you. But you definitely want to check out these technology recommendations. We also have computer labs on campus. If you ever find yourself really struggling with your own personal computer and you want to come use a computer lab, I believe that they're open for the summer. Additional resources are here. These are really handy. things that you might need throughout the semester. So, and you can find out more information on all kinds of additional resources, such as our food pantry, the library, the academic calendar that you might need to know some important dates, transcript requests. So this is just a great place to go if you're looking for other resources outside of class that you might need. Now let's go back. You can click the back button to go through the module. See, there's your technology recommendations, but I'm going to go up here and X out of this and show you your first module that you'll see. Now you can kind of see your progress over here. I've opened 5 of 10 things that I've started but maybe haven't completed. Let's open up module 1, and you can see it's organized just the same way. Now it's ideal to go through in order, starting with the module 1 overview. Each week you'll have a new module, and each module will have an overview. The overview will tell you what your learning objectives are and what your learning activities will be and what your assignments will be and how those will be assessed. So definitely check out your overview, get a good grip on what you're expected to do. And then you'll see here you've got chapter 1 and 2. I need to looks like one of your lectures is missing. That's probably, I probably hit it on accident. So that'll be fixed by the time you open this course. But you'll have all your lecture materials, your chapters, and this is how you'll access your textbook. It won't work for me because I'm in a student preview mode, so I won't be able to click on it. But if you click on this, it will pop up in a separate tab, and you'll be able to register yourself for the class. So you'll need to use your PT email, so your student email and your full name, and it will register you. It'll recognize that you have access to this textbook, and it'll just open up in another tab. Now, if you do not have pop-ups enabled, if your browser does not allow you to open pop-ups, you need to go in manually and change that setting because the book will not pop up. And it's the number one issue that students have when opening their textbook, is that they didn't realize that their pop-ups weren't enabled, and maybe they've never had a reason to check it, and so the book doesn't work. So if you find yourself opening the book and it's just like a constant spin and it just won't ever load, it's probably the issue with pop-ups. You may also see your browser pop up with a pop-up blocker to asking you whether you want to allow them or not. So definitely allow pop-ups, at least for this website. So once you're set up with your textbook, you can go ahead and read chapters 1 and 2. There's a lecture 1 that's missing. Don't worry, it'll be there in time. And then your other various lectures. Now, even when I have a video lecture, I usually include the PowerPoint underneath it so that you can go through the PowerPoint individually from the lecture, or maybe have them open at the same time if that's preferable. You can download them all. You have an orientation quiz, which is your first graded assignment that has a points value attached. But it's really a simple quiz orienting you to the class. You need to make sure that you've already read the syllabus and reviewed the course schedule before taking the orientation quiz, because it's going to ask you about due dates and the general organization of the course. And then you want to introduce yourself with the first discussion post. We want to get to know you, so please do that. And then your first major exam is the last thing that you'll need to complete. And this is going to be covering chapters 1, 2, and 11 of your textbook, and it's worth 50 points. You'll just click on this link, and it will take you to the information on the exam, right? You have 1 attempt, it's worth 50 points, and it tells you what's covered it. So definitely don't click on it before you've done your reading, because you only have 1 opportunity. Now, it says 180 minutes, but it's actually unlimited past that point, so you can take as long as you need, but you should not need more than that time frame. It's pretty weird that you would need it. If you leave the browser open for too long, it will kind of freeze or potentially automatically submit. So you don't want to leave it open for several days. It will potentially log you out and you'll be incomplete in your exam. So once you start your attempt, it says, do you want to start the timer? And you click on it, and there you go. And you'll have some more information, and then it'll go through the questions one by one. Now you can go back and forward if you want to skip through. Just make sure you don't skip any questions, and then once you're done, you can submit. But I'm going to click out of it because I haven't submitted any answers, so it's not going to really do me. Okay. There we go. And you'll see all of these modules will not be open at the top of the course. You can see the title and when things are due, but I open up each module the day that the previous module's assignments are due. So your first module's due, you've got your first module due date, which is on a Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. And on that Tuesday, I will open module 2 and you'll be able to see all those assignments. And I do that on purpose to keep you from being overwhelmed with the amount of work that you're going to do and to keep you on task. So of course, if you've submitted everything ahead of Tuesday, you might be itching to get started, but if that seems to be something that you're able to do, that's very impressive. But it'll be open on that Tuesday and you can get started right then. All right. You should be able to check the grade book if you have any questions about your grade and your overall grade. Of course, reach out to me with any additional questions that you have. But that's your basic overview. You have one module every single week, and that module contains a lot of material, usually up to 3 different chapters worth of material. So you'll need to pace yourself for sure. And you have that full week to complete that entire module. And your final 5th module will actually be the final assignment for the class, and you'll only have 2 days to submit it. So just heads up, you've got 4 full weeks and then 2 days. It's really not a 5-week course, it's really a 4-week course. So we're cramming it all in really quickly. There we go. So if you have any questions, of course, reach out. Otherwise, I'm excited to get to know you this summer and see your work. And hopefully this tutorial helped a little bit.